50 years ago, if you want to make a telephone call between two people, it was pretty simple. You just picked up the phone, some talented lady in between would pick up a wire, plug it into another person, and you'd actually end up connecting those calls. That person would be responsible to maintain the security and the connection status of those calls as they went forward. Fast forward to 2016, here we are with our devices, and instead in the middle, and what we call a middle box, sits there in the network doing exactly the same types of functions. Actually, as we've added more things on the internet, Facebook, YouTube, whatnot, we've actually had to add more of these functions into those boxes. So we've had to add in security. And these are sort of boxes you've heard of, right? These things like firewalls, load balancers, routers. But of course, bad people have got on the internet, and as those bad people got on the internet, we had to sort of upgrade these boxes. And it's not just them, but also a lot more people got on the internet. So we got a bigger box. That was kind of the solution. That seemed to be a working solution for a while. Of course, then we added in, like, voice over IP communications, online shopping. Bad people wanted to steal our credit cards. Bigger box. And went forward. We've been doing that for quite a while now. Bigger, harder, crazy, hard to manage boxes. How about we could just replace all of those boxes with a simple software service that did that for companies? Would that be valuable? Would that be worth something? So I just want to repeat that again. Taking big, complicated, hard to manage boxes and putting them into an easy software service. That's the challenge that Stateless is trying to attempt to solve. I got excited about this company because we're building network functions as a service. And we allow those to run within customer data centers. And for those of you who are less techy in the room, I want you to fear not, because it's really designed for people to very easily implement full-level network functions into complicated enterprise networks. And the great thing about what we have is we have a patented stateless technology developed here at CU over the last few years, and that patented technology allows us to scale and also be very failure resilient. Let me give you 3 examples. When we spoke to Comcast, we found out if they could move their firewalls from the home into their data centers, they could save money on hardware. When we spoke to Zayo, we found out that if they could put intrusion prevention systems in the middle of their fiber networks, they could actually offer that out as another product to their customers. When we spoke to IBM, we found out that if we could offer elastic load balancers as a service to them, they would now become more competitive against Microsoft and Amazon. What we do is we take Stateless and we put ourselves in the middle of that network pipe. It sits directly in their customer data centers. And again, replacing those hard to manage, complicated big boxes that we've been piling and piling and stacking over the last 20 years. Instead, we move that into this virtual world. And by doing that, of course, companies can make a whole bunch more money. So, this market is estimated to be worth about $45 billion in 2018. And that $45 billion market has no market leader. That's an opportunity just waiting to happen. That's people turning boxes into pieces of software. And we hope that we can become one of those leading players. Woo! And be happy. There we go. Mario's my friend. Okay. So we didn't just speak to 3 companies. During the 8 weeks at Catalyze, we've spoken to most of the companies up on this board, or we've done some detailed research on what their needs are. Every single company up on this screen has a need to try and virtualize some of their network functions. Every single one could make more money by doing that, or could save money by doing that. There is huge opportunity here, and these are some big names that we really want to sort of target and play for. The last 1 year has been really exciting for us. Of course, building Stateless, it's been a lot of tech validation over the past year. Over $200,000 of equity-free research funding has been pumped into this company. As we've taken it forward, we've gone through the MVC and Catalyze CU. We're currently at a stage where we're raising a bridge round to take us through to our seed round, expected probably at the beginning of next year. And we're here to just, at the moment, spend our time validating the market, because I learned that with startups, the first thing to do is figure out who wants to buy your stuff. The next page is, of course, to put out a deployable demo that we can hand out to these potential customers. 3 very talented people behind this. Well, okay, I'm not so talented, but the other guys are. Eric, a professor in computer science. He has been thinking about this problem probably for the last 10 years and can be considered a world expert, NFV and SDN. Murad, PhD in computer science, incredibly smart guy, obsessed with network virtualization in a way that I've never seen before. And myself, not so new to the startup game, but definitely new to Colorado and looking to make a lot more friends. We're stateless. We're driving networks to be stateless. What I'm asking for tonight is if any of you have contacts in that, in the network infrastructure space, large data centers, big enterprise networks, you know those the geeky friends that you sort of don't speak to that often, but they do exist. Those are the guys that you sort of want to introduce us to. And we're trying to solve problems that are really real. So Mario might be, or Super Mario might be a little bit outdated right now, but we have a new craze in play, right? Everybody's out there chasing their Pokemon. That's exactly what you guys are doing right at this moment. And how many of you have experienced, you know, a Pokemon freeze? Imagine a company who's solving network issues for a company that size. Anyway, we're Stateless, and thank you so much for your time.